Hmm. Hmm. What is going on? Hold on. Speaker, we having a problem with the phone real quick. Let's see what's going on. No audio is received from your microphone. Close the app. What is it? What is it saying? Come on, man. Close the app. Oh, shit. I know what was wrong. I know what was wrong. Alright. Think I figured it out. Are we up? Are we streaming? Let's see. I think I know what was wrong. Stuff went wrong real quick. Let's get it. Are we up? Are we streaming? Let's see. Let's check. Alright, it says we streaming. Alright. See how does it go, how it goes. Alright, we online on YouTube, we online on Periscope, we online on Facebook. Let's get it.
Mr. Daddy.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water. But first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, breathe, breathe, and drink. Oh, man. Now grab your glass for some water. Get your container for that water. Lift that container for that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now, move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Family, move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, live, toast, or move, then drink. Pause. Now, raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Fam, raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, raise, toast, then drink? Man, listen. Take your breath and drink your water. Move your body, drink some water. Let's just go and stop it right there. I'm off. Great Kujichagulia to each and every last one of you, family. I'm going to go and drink my water. Go and drink your water with me. Remember, part of the piece is that we can't take care of our ancestors. We can't take care of ourselves. So we want to try to maintain being as healthy as we possibly can. All right? Drink your water. I give you a little bit of water drinking music. Go ahead. Drink with me. Good morning, Miss Virgo. All right. You got your water. That's good, Miss Virgo. We got to strive to stay healthy at all times. At all times. Oh, no, that's real lies. What's up? All right, family. So now, first, let me welcome you. I want to make sure you understand you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. This is a Heart of December production, and right now we are on a daily toast. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigm. I must admit, I am off this morning. Messed up the whole song, so we'll have to start the whole process over tomorrow. I see Brother Kwame out there as well. Great Kujichagulia to each and every last one of you. And today, family, today, before I get into my little rant, my good morning rant, hopefully we get some thoughts moving and some ideas turning in your minds for a conversation tonight. We will be having folk tales for grown folks tonight. Now, this is unless, because I may have an interview for y'all tonight. There is a hunger strike that I'm understanding that's going to be going on. And somehow one of the dudes that was involved with the Central Park 5 is going to be in town sometime next week, I think. Next emoji, I think, to speak. And there's something about a hunger strike. And I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. And I want to have somebody on to talk about it so that we can inform the family about some of these social issues that's popping off. So, if we do the show tonight, the folktale we will be covering will be, well, I think we did The Father and His Son, so let's move on to the next one. The Boy Hunting Locust. A boy was hunting for locusts. He had caught a goodly number when he saw a scorpion, and mistaking him for a locust, reached out his hand to take him. The scorpion, showing his sting, said, "If you had but touched me, my friend, you have lost me and all your locusts too." That scorpion ain't playing, but yo, that's going to be the conversation tonight. I'll read it for you one more time so that those of you that are listening right now, you can be advanced. It's called The Boy Hunting Locust. You're going to look it up. Put some deep thought into it, as Dr. Myers call it, that African deep thought. Throw that deep thought into it, you know, and let's have the conversation. What is the lesson in here for you? What is the lesson? What can you connect this to that's going on in the world right now? How is this something that we could use as a group, as a tribe, as a people? A boy was hunting for locusts. He had caught a goodly number when he saw a scorpion, and mistaking him for a locust, reached out his hand to take him. The scorpion, showing his sting, said, "If you had but touched me, my friend, you would have lost me and all your locusts too." And something else. All right, family, so here we go. So we got that out the way. We got that. It's a blessing. All right, so now we got some stuff in the news that I kind of want to look at. Where you at, Hootsuite? So on our timeline, be sure to check out the Gye-Nyame Journey timeline. Keep up with us Also, the newsletter will be dropping soon. So, family, be looking for the text and stuff to let you know that we got it. In order to sign up for the text, the black signal, hit up text G&J Media is up there. It's right up there. Well, actually, for y'all, it's probably over here. You know what I'm saying? For y'all, it's probably over here, right? But at the top, it say, join the Black Signal. Text G&J to 25456. Once again, join the Black Signal. Text G&J to 25456. We'll be sending out the newsletter. Or, once again, y'all could join us on our free e-course. You know what I'm saying? My spin on it is, so you don't believe fat meat's greasy. Grandma's old saying, Kwame going all the way back to grandma's old saying, you don't believe fat meat is greasy, boy. But hey, save it for tonight, because we're going to see what we can unleash tonight if we do it tonight. But make sure y'all join us on the free e-course. And I want to thank all those new subscribers on YouTube. Man, it grew quickly. It blew my mind. Cause I looked up and I was like, wow, we got a lot of new people. And I'm really grateful to each and every last one of y'all for considering giving us an opportunity here at Gye-Nyame Journey to serve. Alright, paste, boom. Check out the so that you could also get logged in for the newsletter. But let's go to our Hootsuite real quick. Misguided forgiveness is what I'm talking about today. But I wanted to make sure y'all saw some of this. So, one of the things I told y'all about at the ADOS conference that they was talking about was Housing 101 and how wealth is being drained out of our community by us being, in a sense, kept out of the housing market and being relegated to the non-owners class. You know what I'm saying? Many of us it's so many hoops that we got to jump through in order to get these loans nowadays and stuff like that. Now, but also how rent is designed to, keep you as a dependent class, as a non-owner. Shareholders in a Harlem co-op could lose homes over debt that they say they don't owe. So, these co-ops were created because New York couldn't maintenance or couldn't take care of a lot of these dilapidated buildings. So co-ops were formed and they went in and got these buildings. Many black families went into some of these co-ops in New York, Harlem. This story is in Harlem. I don't know if it's all over New York, but they went into them. They tried to rehab them. They were put under management company, and the management company went out and took millions of dollars, about $2 million worth of loans to repair the properties, and never repaired the properties, according to the plaintiffs. And now, all of these owners, it's a black man, look, ADOS sitting up right there, maybe, you know what I'm saying, looking at me on this thing, maybe about to lose their homes because of this hustle. You know what I'm saying? Because what they did is one company went out and took the loans, didn't finish the work, sold the company to another company. They managed the co-ops and took care of the property supposedly for them. Then they sold the property, or they sold the mortgage. Then this mortgage was sold and refinanced and sold, and so you know how it goes. So this is another example of wealth being snatched up out of our community. All right, let's go to another one here. Did y'all hear about this dude by the name of Joshua Brown, key witness in the Amber Geiger trial, found fatally shot? Now, on my timeline, I put on the timeline, on the Gye-Nyame Journey timeline on Facebook, I made a poll asking if you think that this death have something to do with the case. I'm just throwing it out there. I want to see other people's opinions. You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking a question. You understand what I'm saying? And I got unbelievable family. You know what I'm saying? The dude, the one that showed up to court with the Dragon Ball Z shirt, as bad as a loan swap, co-op swaps. Basically, that's what was going on. His father say, "I just hope they figure it out," says father of Gye-Nyame trial witness. The brother's name was Joshua Brown. They found him fatally shot. Supposedly he was coming from a football game, where people get together and watch a football game, and he was found in a parking garage a few blocks from his house, from his home, shot. And when he got to the hospital, he died. What's up with that? And this Geiger trial is what kind of sparked the misguided forgiveness, and I'm gonna talk about that. Also, you had a brother who's usually very funny that posted up, and he's talking about how he's jealous of what's her name, Amber Geiger. You know what I'm saying? Because of all the compassion she got. But, you really got to see this video because this dude is usually hilarious. You know what I'm saying? But he was very serious in this moment because he was just basically painting a picture of the ADOS life. You know what I'm saying? How he was jealous of Amber Geiger because she was able to get all of this compassion. But nobody has compassion for us. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has compassion for us. And the shit that we have to deal with on a daily basis. He talks about fearing for his life every time he leaves his house. You know what I'm saying? The possibility of him being pulled over or shot at random by some mad motherfucker running around. You know what I'm saying? With a badge. And that's something a lot of us got to deal with. And unfortunately, we become very callous to it. But it's part of the life. So, family, what I wanted to really talk with y'all about on this beautiful Kujichagulia day, before we get into these libations, and I'm going to sample a little bit more of the tea. It's been sitting down here. We're gonna see how it aged, cause right now I got it downstairs with some What it say? Downstairs with some honey right now. This one is still don't have honey. We're gonna use it to toast today. But like I said, you can see that on our Facebook page on Gye-Nyame Journey. Now, but I want to talk about misplaced forgiveness, right? Because we have to get out of this universal mind state shit. You know what I'm saying? Our principles were laid down for us. Our principles have to be practiced at home first. See, I would like the recipe. Oh, it's green tea, raw honey, and a SCOBY. You need a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast that's been bred to deal with green tea and honey, because usually the SCOBYs are, you got to look up June, Jun, or get in contact with me, and I can mail one out for you. And like I said, I already put together a video on how to do it, so it's just a matter of me sharing that with you. I gotta find it first. But anyway, I have no problem with sharing that. I understand. I think you in the Washington D.C. area, right? You in that DMZ, what they call it, DMV area. And I'm talking to Ms. Virgo 66. But anyway, family, a lot of times we misuse our principles and our values, and we take them and we expand them on a universal level to where everybody qualifies to fit up under them. I need y'all to understand, when we talk about Mayat, we talk about the Nguzasaba, these things are tribal. These things are people and heritage based. Basically what I'm saying is my art is not for everyone. It's not for everyone. And I know that's gonna be hard for some of my universal spiritual people. Our principles are not for everyone. Forgiveness is not something that is given to everyone, especially outside. Let me say that again. Especially outside of us. See, because we done took it and we done become the universal sacrificial lamb for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting so tired of this shit. Just watching my people talk about, I forgive. I forgive them. God bless you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is ridiculous that we extend this much energy forgiving everybody but our, you know what I'm saying, but our own. We extend our spirituality, we extend our principle systems to everybody but ourselves first. When all those things need to be practiced at home, in tribe, in clan, in community, in city, you know what I'm saying? You take care of all the places of where you are and then allow it to spill out into the world. But it has to start at home. That's the problem with the whole Amber Geiger piece. That's the problem with all this forgiveness that we're just given. Because when you forgive your enemy before they even apologize, you are announcing something to your enemy. You are presenting something to your enemy, right, that they don't deserve. So what is your enemy going to do? Your enemy is going to take advantage of that. It's going to take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? And in many ways, we are putting a target on our own selves because we are allowing individuals to be out here and be like that. Nobody is even checking that. You know, we talk about it in the black media. We talk about it here, but we need to have people looking just that's able to get in contact because we 6 degrees from knowing everybody on this planet, basically. Maybe it might be a few more degrees now. But anyway, you know, we need to have some influence so that people know, yo, dog, you practice your forgiveness at home. Practice it at home. You know what I'm saying? Don't you do it. Don't you pull that shit out here. No. Not like that. Not right now. Because you putting a target on everybody else's back when you do that. You know what I'm saying? We need to become culturally appropriate with everything that we use. We need to understand that it starts within the culture before it spreads to others outside the culture. That was probably one of our key mistakes when we met the West Asians. We allowed them in, come on in, you know, we all the same. No, we're not. Yes, we're all human, but we all have a different experience with nature, and we bring that in, and until you are sure that a motherfucker is safe. Because right now we got a bunch of unsafe individuals running around taking advantage of our culture. Taking advantage of our quote unquote spiritual. I don't even know if I can call it spirituality no more because it's almost like it's almost like it's a self-destruct type thing. You know what I'm saying? We are becoming so spiritually advanced that we are no earthly good. Makes no sense. So I just wanted to hit on that, and we could talk a little bit more about that later on tonight. But right now, what we need to do is that we need to celebrate our ancestors, which we do here at Gye-Nyame Journey. All right? So make sure that you're checking us out on gnjmedia.live so that you can start getting those points, because some people are getting points like crazy. As a matter of fact, let me send some shots out to some of those people out there right now. Let's see. Let's see how many points Miss Virgo got on here. All right, right now leading the pack, we have, it says Army of X got 15 points. Miss Virgo got 10 points. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I wonder why they're not giving Miss Virgo any more points, because you making all these comments. Maybe they'll give it to you afterwards. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, we're in the running, like I said, and we gonna have some free merchandise for the first person to hit 1,000. I already paid for it. This shit, the mailing is already ready to go out. You know what I'm saying? All I got to do is get somebody to get to 1,000. I know you got like 10, 15. What, brother? Tim? Every time, you know what I'm saying? Every time we comment, we have discussions and stuff like that. Points is being distributed. I still got to figure out the system. I'm still working on it. I mean, I'm trying, family. I'm trying to learn how to do this, trying to, build up so that, a lot of this stuff can start paying for itself, because all this is costing. So boom, I'm trying to do it. Make sure you check out our merch store, gnjmedia.live / merch. I think it's best if you do it on your computer, because some people been trying to do it on their cell phone and it ain't been working. So if you've been having problems, y'all need to let me know so that I could go on and try to figure out what's going on with that. Also remember tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be having folk tales for grown folks. We'll have a good conversation, unless we have an interview, and maybe I will kind of mix it up so that I could go and cover the folk tale as well as had a discussion with the brother about what's going to be going on, because I think they're supposed to be doing something at the State House. All right. All the information is on my phone. So let's do this. First, raising up our glass to salute the Creator by whatever name you choose to call it Creator. We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. All right, family, getting to the lineage therapy. We want to go on and look at our ancestors. We want to remember those individuals that set out here and sacrificed and made room and space for us to help us become who we are. Those loved ones that made the sacrifices, those loved ones that gave us things when we couldn't get them for ourselves, the ones that was patient with us as we learned how to walk and talk and protected us to the best of their abilities, right? To provide it for us to the best of their abilities. We want to remember all of those positive ancestors in our lives. So we raise up our glass and we salute those ancestors. Also remember those that want to get their ancestors on the list. You could hit us up on our Gye-Nyame Journey page on Facebook. You could hit us up. You could type in the name of your ancestor right now. I'll read it along with the rest of the list, and I will add them to our black book so that they could be on the list, so that when we get our pages in the Kwanzaa book, you know what I'm saying, they will be they will be recognized as well as read every day, because we have been on this path for the last 3 years, at least, just this part. I got about 1,000 shows. I mean, y'all can look at that yourself. Ain't fucking around here, Gye-Nyame Journey. All right, call on our ancestors: Miles Brown, Mazan, Robert the Texan, Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William, Walter, Chris, Penny, Gaston, Lena, Uncle Chris, Fiend, Cleveland, and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Jenny Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Falar, Montague Pittman, No More X, Pet Ma Ram, Malika Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusef Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Pro Actor Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulliam, Luxor Brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Patrick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith. Lewis Henderson, Cameron Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Weller, Vita Farmer, Ago Sosu, Shell Harvey, I. Charmaine, I. Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Gerald Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Edgar Trisha Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Patrick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther, Keisha Larice, Linda Watson Hammonds, Gerald Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sam Stover, Hida Pearson, Sergio Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Banks, Mae Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Germania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Derrida Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, Jane Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Heather Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Eddie Amatep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Dermot Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frank Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Bina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, George Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dilly Aries, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. Uh-oh, we got some new ancestors. Let me go on and get the black book. Let's get our pen. This is from Mrs. Virgo 66. I will continue, but I want to add these to the list. All right, Ms. Virgo, text me your name so I can put your name on top of the ancestors. All right. Thank you for your patience, fam. We will continue in a second. Any other ancestors that y'all want to add? All right, here we go. We have William Walter West, Nigel Parrish, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFridas Hines, Inez Bostic, Anna Bostic, Winifred Scatterberg, Wilson Haley, Elma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Prithup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Naylon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch. One love also to you, Brother Kwame. Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Bradley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Tribe, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boyd Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret. Where am I at? Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGills, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Ewan and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edward Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet Tubman Kate, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Eno Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Melly Miller, Housie Hashtag, Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cooper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q Sr., Albert Moore, Ms. Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Elton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Remy Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Coper, George Swan, is Louis Fernandez, George Swan, Emania Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles A. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Evans McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We have Joella Giles, James Carswell, Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Dramate, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Summer and Clayton, Leonard Jones, Shanae Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid is in transition, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gantz, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominic Nichols, Ruthie Lane Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Manga III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Desandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Al Lauti, Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem Nkomo, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Kareem E. Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Jason Carl White, Desi Woods, Tilara Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, and new to the family we have Richard Dorsey, and Annie Simpson. Let me make sure that's right. Yep, Annie Simpson. Who we had? Annie Simpson, Jamira Simpson, Elaine. Am I saying that? No, it's Eleanor. Eleanor Hopkins. All right, let me spell that right. Eleanor. Eleanor. Eleanor Hopkins, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, and Nettie Dorsey. I want to make sure I get that Eleanor right. E-L-E-A-N Hopkins. You have Eleanor Hopkins. All right. We lift up our glass to all of our ancestors and we say, Ashe, From there, family, we move on to the present moment. Right now, we are at the greatest day of the week, and I say it's the greatest day of the week because this is my day. I am a Kujichagulia baby, and I want to give a round of applause to all the Kujichagulia babies out there. Kujichagulia holds it down. Kujichagulia holds it down. Shout out to all the Kuji babies out there. Y'all deserve it. All right, cool. So for those that don't know, today is Kujichagulia, and I'm asking everybody to activate the reticular formation. I want you to seek out your principles. Our principles are out there. We have to find them, and we have to start putting them in use. Now, for the last year, I've been asking you to seek out the principles. So now I'm also going to ask you to start putting the principles to work once you find them. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't find them, put them to work. We got to start using our principles. We got to start focusing. We got to start building. We got to start learning how to identify them because we have not been taught to look out for them. So I am challenging you to look out for them. So now for those that don't speak the language, Kujichagulia means self-determination. The Modic principle of the day, that's Mayat, M-A-A-T. The Modic principle of the day is justice. The color is indigo, and they say this is indigo, so I got on the indigo shirt. Let's give it up for the indigo. The Modic in short sleeve, they are very limited on the colors that they have. It's like black, asphalt, gray, and white. But in the long sleeve selection, you have close to all of them. I think what we're missing is like violet. Look, we're missing a purple, but we got almost everything else. Almost everything else. All right. So for those that don't speak the language, Kujichagulia means self-determination. Justice, demonic principle. The color is indigo. Correspondence is the Hermetic law. That's the law that says, as above, so below. Male name for the day is Kwabena. Female name is Abina. Right? So we got plenty of those in the family. So we're gonna shout out to them once again. Y'all know that are new to the family, the way you find your day is go get your cell phone if you got one, go to a computer and just type in your birthday. All the way. Day, month, year that you was born. It will identify what day of the week you were born on. Then you have to translate that Scandinavian or that Greek day name into one of the 7 principles. And we have the list right here for you. Right? Yesterday was Emoja. Today is Kujichagulia. All you got to do is find the Nguza Saba and you can line it up. Or you can just wait for your day on the show and find out what day you are. So Miss Virgo 66, you need to let us know what's your day. Right? All right. So we lift up our glass for this present moment. We are in the moment of Kujichagulia. Day of self-determination, family, where we gonna move out and define the world for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We lift up our glass and we salute this moment because in this moment we are fulfilling and uplifting the pact that we have with our ancestors by recognizing who we are, what we are, and when we are, becoming conscious and using their wisdom to move forward. We work with the proverbs, we work with the quotes, we work with the memories of our ancestors, we work with the folk tales and the stories of their lives so that we can move through with force and power in this moment so that we can knock down all the roadblocks that may be standing before us and we could clear way for our children to be able to build their monuments of greatness. So we lift up our glass and we salute this moment, pledging to take full advantage of it. From here we move on to our future generations and we lift up our glass to our children, our children's children, on to infinity. Right, family? We lift them, we salute them in advance. We pre-toast them, right? Then from there, family, we move to all of our relations. We lift up our glass and we salute all of our relations. From all of our relations, family, we raise up our glass and we salute this. This is for you. This that selfish toast. What is it that you need right now in this moment to move one step closer to being the person that you need to be? one step closer to being the greatest you. What is that you need? What is it? We lift up our glass, we say Ashe. From there, last but not least, I toast the most magnificent, the most beautiful, the most inspiring, the strongest, and the wisest individual in the room. I raise my glass up to you, family. That's right. Don't be shy. It's you. I'm toasting you right now, right? Those daily toasters that get up with us, or some of y'all that get up later in the day and check us out. I toast you, and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. I'm going to sip on this tea, get ready for the day. Got to iron me and my girl's stuff so we can get out of here to school, get clear to school. Everything is in motion. Family, y'all have a great, fantastic, and magnificent day, as we say. I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. And of course, you know, this is Gye-Nyame Journey, and that's Cat Ear. Alright? Peace, family. We are out. Get the E-Course so you understand what I'm talking about. And I'm out. Peace.